Today is August the 4th, 2016. My name is Tanya Fincham. I'm with Oklahoma State University, and today I am in Bonita, Oklahoma to speak with Edith Hicks. Did I get that correct?
You did.
And this is regarding our glass house project, so thank you for coming today. Let's start with having you tell us when and where you were born.
I was born in Strand, Oklahoma, but my parents moved to Bonita when I was age 2, and so from there on I lived here and still live here in Bonita, Oklahoma.
It's home, huh?
It's home.
And how many brothers and sisters did you have?
I have, it's 11 of us, 10, I'm the 11th one. I'm the first child of 11.
Okay.
And then, but I have 2 deceased, and the rest of them are still living.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And what year were you born?
1939.
1939. And you graduated from high school?
At Bonita High School.
In 1957, 58, something like that?
Yeah, you might have to add that
I'll
up.
add that.
You have to
I'll
add
add
that
that up.
up.
And
Okay.
what month were you born?
December.
So we can figure that out then. Okay.
December the 15th.
Well, where did you go to elementary school?
I went to Alex High School. It was called Alex High School from 1st grade until the 10th grade. And I went to Bonita High School the 11th and the 12th, 2 years.
Is that when they were integrated?
Yeah.
Was that a difficult time? Or
It was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
If you want to talk about it, we don't have to if you don't.
No, it was difficult, but for us as black and for them as white, it was just a change.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, I can recall they had a back to school dance, and we thought we would go to Teen Town, but it wasn't affiliated with the school, so we couldn't go. We went up there and they turned us away. We couldn't understand that, So, but through it all, things looked fairly well. Being accepted because, they don't, I keep saying they, because the whites didn't know nothing about us and we didn't know too much about them, because this was a segregated town, we had to go in the back door of restaurants and everything. But we could wash dishes and cook, but we couldn't sit in the restaurants.
Yeah, that's just wrong, wasn't it? Just
wrong.
completely wrong.
But anyway,
That's the
we
way the
made it,
time-
thank God we're still here. Some of us are still here anyway. A lot of the older ones had passed on,
Well, did you have a favorite subject while you were in school?
But my favorite subject was math.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like math.
Did you have a favorite teacher?
Well, I can't remember I can't remember her name now, but she was good. And then another thing, we probably here forever. Another thing that we had to get adjusted to was when we went to Alex. S.A. Bly was our teacher. He taught everything, not everything, but he taught math mostly. But anyway, he was a superintendent, and I think he was the principal, not the superintendent. He had a lot of editing to do. And then when he give us problems, he said like 8, 9 plus 14, and then he'd say add. That means draw the line, and add. But they didn't do that up there. They just tell you, give you the problems, and you just, on the backboard they would never say, if it was add, they say add, but they would never announce add or subtract. That was kind of different,
Well, did your grades change?
Well,
Did you do as well there as you did at Alex?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Self-motivated and determined. Huh?
Yeah, because, we had to take our stuff home, and even when I was in high school, Mama looked at my stuff and see if I had it done. And when we got home from school, we had to change our clothes and do our homework before we did anything else. Then we'd eat supper and we'd get to go play a little while. That was the order we had, and in the house with all of us, and all of us was at home at one time, Not all of my last year. We all was at home, because I didn't leave till I was up in age, so, yeah. And we didn't have a small house, so we had to have order.
Yes,
Yeah.
you all sat around the table to do your homework?
Yeah. And we sit around the table to eat. we all ate at the same time. It wasn't like come and get a plate and, you know.
Go in front of the
come and go.
TV, yeah.
No, we didn't have a TV at the time. When we finally did, my grandmother lived right across the alley from us, and she had a TV. We go down there and watch her. Her daughter got her TV, my dad's sister. And we go down there and look at a little old bitty black and white, but that looked good to us. No, think back now, we got a great big old TV. But
And maybe 1 or 2 channels at that
yeah,
time.
and 2 or 3 TVs that we do at my house. Everybody got his own TV. So we've come a long ways.
And you were the oldest
I'm
of
the
the
oldest.
Did you get to
Yeah.
boss the other ones?
Well, I'll babysit sometimes. Went too much bossing.
Your mother did that?
Yeah, when she goes, all we had to do is give a report. And then she,
Well, who would discipline? Well, if you got into trouble, who would discipline
my
you?
mom did
Was
most
she-
of it. Yeah, my dad, he let us get away with murder, as we used to say. My dad wasn't bright, you know. We whined, whatever he's, you know. One time we had a whooping cough, and you know, ice cream and all that kind of stuff is not good. You know, when you got the whooping cough. My mother went somewhere, probably church or choir practice. My dad wasn't very much of a church goer, but he stayed around there. We just cried and cried and cried for some ice cream. Well, when the ice cream truck came by, my dad got us some. When Mama came home, what were we doing? Making a mess, you know, just everywhere. Who told y'all? And then she jumped on him and that's too, you know. But anyway, but she was the one with the long switch.
Did she use a switch?
Well, yeah, she'd have us go get her own. And if it broke, you was in trouble again.
I had to do that too.
You had to go get your own switch.
I sure did.
Oh, yeah.
And if it wasn't big enough, or you have to go get another one.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Better not beg, boy. She start all over. In other words, you know, but anyway.
Well, was church an important part of your growing up?
Yeah, we went to, and still it is, you know. We went to it was then Sunrise Baptist Church. Nice Serenity, with the same address. So I grew up there from when I was big enough to go to school, to Sunday school, and I'm still going there. We have moved, you know, we have united with another church and came back, and you know, but that's where I'm going right now. 345 North First, I'm Bonita.
And you sing in the choir?
I used to sing. I can't carry 2 minutes sack. I don't sing anymore. We passed that on to the younger generations.
Well, when you did you have a favorite
What
song?
song? Yeah,
Church
we
song.
sung. I would say, favorite as a kid, we always sung Love Lifted Me. Didn't know what the meaning of it is, but now I do, you know, that I'm older. Because of what Christ did for us, you know, what God did for us through His Son, you know. And we sang that quite a bit. And then we had a lot of old hymns. They sang Amazing Grace, and we still sang that at the time, you know. We didn't know it, you know. Just to be in the choir and to sing.
I like the I'll Fly Away. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty too.
Yeah, we sang those kind of songs, and we still do. They got some new songs that they sing, but you know, there's got a lot of, I don't know what they had called it, but they had we in the process of our association this week, so we've been a tired, long week for somebody my age, you know, but they had a musical Sunday night down there, and of course they bring instruments, you know, they had a guitar and a keyboard and the drums and all that. All we had was the piano, and they go ding, 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 and we start singing. But now they got it going, you know, and it gets it's a crowd. What am I trying to say? It draws a crowd when you have music. People come and they don't know what to. If you got a beat to it, they don't listen to the words like we did when we was a kid, you know. But now that you're older, you can hear and listen to the words. And
There's usually a story to it if you listen.
Yeah, it is a story behind every song.
But did you learn to play the piano or anything like that?
No, I can't play much piano. I did sing, but I'm a follower. I can't lead, you know. Like that, you asked me to start Amazing Grace, I probably couldn't even get through the first stanza. We've sung it forever and ever because I follow, you know. when I had to lead, I kind of, you know, it just all leads me, always.
Well, and at Addicts, did they have a choir or chorus, I guess?
No,
No.
didn't I? If I did, I can't remember if they did. Did they have one?
Well, music and math usually goes together, so I thought you.
No,
You might.
I don't. I can't recall singing math, but then when I went to singing in math, singing, but when I went to the high school, Bonita High, you had to take some of these. You had to take. You had to be in all. They got a certain. You had to be in math, and you had to have math and English and science. Then we had to take either be in music or athletics or something. You had to take one or the other. So I chose music. My first day there, you had to sing to see whether you sing soprano, alto, or whatever. Well, I had to do that a couple of times. They finally put me in alto, but I can do bass better. No, I'm just kidding. I sung alto, and so I sung in there. And then I got out the first semester. It was too stressful for me to try to sing when you stand beside the, kind of like, what in the world? I can't get in tune because she's not in tune, and da-da-da-da. So I just got out of there. Same way to choir, so we used to have to do that too.
Just enjoy it then. More enjoy.
Yeah.
So you didn't do sports if you switched, if you
No, I
chose music?
didn't do no sports. I just stick to music. And I don't know what I took after that. I can't remember. But that first year, it was a struggle. So I got out of that because I couldn't. I just couldn't do it.
Well, how would you get to school?
We had to walk.
Both when you went to Bonita as well?
Walked every step of the way.
About how far was it?
Well, I live right now. I always live in the north end of town. You know where the attic school is down there on the south end of town.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far we walked. And didn't miss too many days, either rain, snow, sleet, whatever. We just bound up and go. And then when we started going to high school out here, I started walking. Then a friend of mine, Joanne, I think she got a car. And so sometimes I'd catch her and ride with her,
Well,
But we didn't even ride the buses. I don't know why. You can ride buses now, but we had to walk.
you were in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, would your mother make your clothes? Sew your clothes?
No, I had an aunt that she lived in Kansas City at the time, and she would always, for Christmas time, she'd always send us a box of stuff for school, like the Long Johns and all the stuff we need, because I might not be, I don't want to exaggerate, but we don't, you wouldn't go to the closet and say, well, let me see what I'm going to put on today. You just, like we wore the same dress to school, and we wore dresses then.
Okay.
The same dress to school. We wear it on Sunday, we pull it off, and we wear it on Monday and Tuesday. And then we get to change on Wednesday, we wear it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The same dress. But then we had stuff we had to change to keep them good, so we had play clothes. So we put on, whatever we wore out, we put those things on and play it on a Saturday.
Well, being the oldest, you didn't have to worry about hand-me-downs.
No. But my sister and I, it was this Charles's wife that's coming up here after me, they thought we were twins because we were so close together. And that's what they still say we look alike. But we'd always have the same dress. And mine was pink, hers and pink blue, or whatever. The same dress. We just drove the same dresses to school, just dressed alike. That's what my aunt, and she had them made out of, I'm not sure some kind of sacks they get, flour,
Flour or
some, yes.
seed sack or something, yes.
Yeah, and they make them out of that.
Mm-hmm. Cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. But my mother would iron our clothes though, because now it wasn't, we had an old washing machine, so she'd wash and hang them on the clothesline, because there's a bunch of us, and she'd hang them on the clothesline, on the fences, and everywhere to wash them. And like our socks, we had to wash them out on the weekend, because, you know, we didn't have enough to last all week, so we'd wash them out on the rubber board on the weekend and hang them up. My sister used to lay in the bed and we'd dream, and we said, when I get grown, I ain't gonna, she always wanted to work at a restaurant, and so she did, but she's a nurse now, a registered nurse. But she's retired too. She'd always say, when I get grown, I'm gonna work at Scotty's Cafe. You remember, you know, my Scotty's Cafe used to be here, and she said, I'm gonna work at Scotty's Cafe. And my kids ain't gonna have to do this, and they ain't gonna have to do that, because, you know, we just didn't have that much, and she always makes it they will. And I think that's when the generation started changing, because we way up imagine when we get grown how our kids are gonna be. And we done ruin them. And ourselves too, you know. Just like now, you know, I can't get in my closet for the shoes, and that is not necessary. You know. Can't decide what to put on because it got so much junk piled up in there. I say junk with clothes.
Yes.
But you know, it was just rough, and so then I started doing housework after school.
While you were still in high school?
Yeah, when I was still at school, I worked for O.B. Campbell, I remember him. I worked for the Hartleys. I don't know if you heard of them, and Jot and Clay Hartley. Well, I worked for them, Jane Hartley. I worked for them, and then, well, I had several. There was 2 jobs I worked for. That's when I started learning how to iron. I didn't even know how to iron, because Mama drew iron. We had those irons you put on the stove and heat. But they had them electric irons that you plug in the wall. And I don't like to iron now, but I used to go out there and iron for O.B. Campbell, and he wore a white shirt. He worked at the Journal.
Okay.
And I'd iron for them, and I would clean house. And this is what's so sad about when I was doing that. I know y'all don't edit it, and we just fits in now, so you're going to take out what you want to take out. But anyway, when I started working for them, but when I worked for all of them, I had to eat after they got done. But the dogs would come and lean on the table, and they'd eat with one hand and put food in the dog's mouth. So I was worse. I was less than a dog, because they wouldn't let. Even they got done. I'd sit down and eat, and I'd get up and clean up the kitchen and stuff after they got through and hand feeding the dog.
That's wrong too.
You know, I can tell it and laugh about it now, you know.
But you were aware of it too.
But you know, I had to, what do? You know, we can't say we're not going to work or not going to do anything, because then you're going to, you know, going to starve to death. My mama, my mother didn't start working until she was older, because she was, every year she had a kid. There was 11 of us.
She worked at home.
Yeah, Lydia worked at home.
Well, would you get to spend the money that you earned yourself, or?
But I did. But what I did, this is me. I won't say not bragging, but we lived in a small house. So when I got my job, I don't know how I did it, but it worked. I did it. I had a room. We built a room and a bathroom on my house. I owned our house, my mom and dad's house, and I paid for it. By a little bit of my money go along, you know, I just did it. So, you know, it wasn't that I didn't really work to have a lot of stuff for myself. I just worked to help my family.
More convenient.
Yeah, and all of us have done, my sister, we've all have done that, you know, work to help them, you know, because it was like, so they could have better. I worked, and then my sister, she worked till the ones after us, they could have better, you know.
Sure. So, and then high school came along and you graduated. Had you planned a career at that point, what you might want to do?
No, I never, you know, that time in college, you know, we never, well, I guess they did, you know, but it wasn't in my head. I just wanted her, I wanted her to get grown and get on my own. That was a mistake. You know, the older you get on your own, you get, and I have 2 children, the responsibility of, you know. I thought, boy, I don't mind, because we know we were so crowded and live, we didn't have too much privacy. So I thought, well, when I get my own house, I'll have my own bedroom, I'll have my own, you know, this and all that. And so college, after I got out, I just went to graduate, and I thought I could get a good job, but after I graduated. But I don't have, that's the only degree I have. But I have been blessed because I did work for Annabell Southern at the Glass House. And I waited tape. I started out there as a bus girl, cleaning tables and stuff, and then I moved up to doing I used to, not be a waitress, but I did work where the waitresses had to have their coffee and their drinks, and so when they come by, I'd fix those things for them on the train. They'd take them out, just like they tell me what they need. And then I'd fix their desserts. We had this strawberry shortcake they sold like, wow. And then we also had mile high lemon pie.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, and so we served that. And then after that, I went to the kitchen to cook it. That was a change. I didn't like it, but I did, I like to be behind the scenes. Of course, cooking well, but them good waitresses sometimes can be really. And how you cook their food depending on what kind of tip they got,
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, and so if they come back, they want 2 eggs over easy. One of them was busted. They would have to, can I get another 2? I said, okay, I'm just not in that good, nice of a tone all the time, because and then sometime on that turnpike, they was always busy,
I wondered about that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm assuming it would be.
Yeah, they have a busy time and a slow time, but like the holidays, people are traveling. And then if a school bus came through going somewhere, they always want to stop there because there was a place to take pictures, of the glass, the restaurant over the turnpike. Wasn't too many, nobody hardly saw any one of those nowhere, even though it was something from the stop. I won't say nowhere because I ain't been to before, but anyway, it was a highlight of coming through Oklahoma and stopping in Bonita and taking that picture of that glass house.
Okay.
And so then we started, and then after it opened up, then they started to cater a lot. They had a lot of banquets and weddings and prom dinners out there, and so we'd have to work those, So
Would they close part of it off to have those, or was there a
No,
room?
they have a room. They call. See, I forgot what the name of it now, but they had a room.
I've heard of the broiler room.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
I think
talking
that's
about?
what it was, the broiler room. I slept night or 2 since then, but they used to, and it was open. Yeah, but they had part of it, and they closed it off, and they'd set it up. We'd have to set it up, and then they'd work. We call it overtime, making 65 cents an hour, I think. But anyway, then we had to prepare all that stuff, like if they had they didn't have too many places in Bonita, so a lot of, after it started, the Hotel Bonita used to have a bunch, but after they started out there, we get a lot of people to call and they'd book, they have family reunions and things out there, and we had to cook for the food for them, and do that.
Well, when you were first hired out there, was it the Annabell Southern that hired you?
Yeah, and yeah, she did.
Well, did you get to pick where you wanted to start working, or she just assigned you?
She was kind of like I don't want to say a mother hen, but she took a lot of kids out of school. Wasn't too many places for them to work, and so she had sent a lot of kids. I letting them work out there to college and to graduation and make money, because then they'd come back and work during the holidays and stuff. So she was hired a lot of youth, I guess a youth program.
Well, was she from Bonita?
Yeah, she lived here.
I'm assuming she's not still living.
No, she passed away. And when I met her, she was just her mother. She had been married, but she was, I don't know what happened to her husband. I don't think he got killed in the service. I'm not sure about that. But when she hired me, just her mother lived. They lived out there on North Thompson. And the house is still there, but she passed.
Did you have to wear a uniform?
Yes.
Can you describe it?
Well, yeah. We had the first uniform I had, it was white. Lord, white uniform. Yeah. And they had a little hat you put on your head. We had to be fully dressed. White shoes, pantyhose, wasn't no tight jeans and short skirts. We wore a dress. And had a little apron to go with it. When I was bussing dishes, but then when I went to the kitchen, we wore white, but we had a little bigger apron to put on to keep not get so dirty. But you had to be fully dressed in whatever department you worked in.
Mm. Well, would you have to keep it clean, or would they do
Yeah,
that?
you wash them yourself.
Yeah.
And they give, well, I don't recall having to buy them, but I think they just gave them to issue them out, when you, I think we got 3 apiece, 3. When we went to, got ours.
And you had to press them?
No, we didn't, these were kind of, you just wash them, they were kind of, I don't know what kind of material you call them, more like, kind of like your shirt. type
Yeah,
of
probably
material.
had polyester in it in those days.
Yeah. Oh, thank God I didn't have to iron them. I didn't like to iron no hat. No, but we had to wear the hair nets, everything.
Well, could you have been a waitress, or was that not
Well,
something they wouldn't have let you do?
well, probably not, because even that time people come through, they were just a little bit, they just didn't understand. In that time, we were just prejudiced.
Right. That would have been
On
the
both
late
sides of
50s,
the
early
fence.
60s.
Yeah. Because I had been insulted, but you don't know no better. They'd kill you or shoot you, but we just took it and went on. People don't take that, that's I think that's bad,
Mm-hmm.
It's a way to address things without taking a life.
True.
And so I just did it. But what I was going to say was, like when they were busy, and they come and said, you clean off that table, I'd go over and be cleaning off the table. And that lady was one time, she said, are you going to be our waitress? I said, no, I'm just cleaning off your table. Oh, okay, I thought if you were, we weren't going to stay here.
Well, then you feel like saying, here's the door.
Yeah, did like in your face, but no, I just said, no, I'm not going to be your waitress. I guess dumb and ignorant, so you're dumb and ignorant, just go, no, I don't want that word to you, but you just accepted it. You just accepted it.
Well, the other people that were in the kitchen, were they mostly African American, or were they a mix?
No,
Had a mix?
everywhere they ain't gonna hire one or two. They ain't gonna be everybody. They ain't gonna be all the same. The dishwasher was always black. No, we don't. I take that back. We did have one guy that's white, but they had a dishwasher. They had to wash dishes, pots and pans, and by hand over in the sink. And they finally they had a little thing they put dishes on it, and you put them, you had to rinse them and stack them on this thing and go around and wash them, and then you take them off and you stack them on this cart, And then, so they did have one white guy, I took that back, but most of them, then they had a butcher, but we did that too. But they were just not too many. Just being insulting, because I was working one time. I thank God I worked there, and I thank God that I made it through there. I'm just telling you what I went through,
Sure.
and not complaining about. Not complaining in a sense, but people don't know. And one day we were really busy, and somebody said, "Y'all sure is busy." And this white lady was there, her was cooking together. And she said, "Yeah, we were working like two niggas in a wood pile." But her face was, it hurt her worse than it did me. Her face was red as them roses out there, and she said that.
It slipped out before she realized.
That's what she said. And then we had a guy that was working out there. He was just working for a student. He was just a young guy. I don't know how old he was. So he had never been raised around anybody. People from Welch don't know what, they live right up the road, they know nothing about black people. Welch, they just didn't know anything about it. So we never did, and people start, I'm sure they learn just like we do. I go to Welch and garage sale, it doesn't bother me now. And I go right up there, I might be the only one that's got, I always say, only one with some color, but I don't pay it no attention. And they don't either, we've all learned. But anyway, some of them hasn't, they never will. This guy, we was back there at work, we were taking a break or doing something. Excuse me. My name was Edith, I was Martin then, and he said, "I hope you don't get mad at me if I call you a nigger." I did. I said, "I'm going to tell you something." I said some ugly words. I said, "No, my name is Edith." If you can't call me that, don't call me nothing else. I'll put, cause he would, see, they try to, I won't say they, and it's both ways. Because we call one another those names, but we don't want nobody else to call us that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We call one another, they'll do that now, and they say, nigga, please, But if you say that to me, I'm ready to knock your head off, And that's what it, and it's not, if you can do it to one another, just don't do it. Just don't do it. And I let him know, because see, he wanted to open the door so he could be hollering across in that big kitchen calling me, come here, and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I set him straight right there to there.
And did he follow it?
He sure did.
That's good.
I let him know, just don't do it. And he and my husband used to ride motorbikes together. Motorcycles, But they thought that was the way to do it, and vice versa. I can't get this water open. You won't have to take this long.
Well, when you were a cook, did you have recipes that you followed, or was it just all up here?
No, well, we didn't really have recipes, but you go try it, they by the menu, like they didn't have, when we had dinners, we'd order and stuff, we had to fix it. But most of the time it's just simple stuff, like we did the pie, we had a recipe to make that pie. And but like in the kitchen, hash browns, bacon, and
Yeah.
Oh, easy. I had to learn what that is, and scrambled, and then pancakes, and then dinner they'd had hamburgers and hot dogs, and they had meals too, meatloaf and stuff like that. But a lot of stuff came already prepared. We made some stuff.
Okay, I wondered. What about mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
They come already made
We had to mix them, but you don't have to start.
with the potato?
Yeah, you don't have to. So on top we had baked potatoes. We had to, but we fixed, bake them.
Mm-hmm.
We have to bake so many. Keep an eye on them. And we then we started doing homemade onion rings, and we had to make them from scratch. So we had to bread those and get. We had a big freezer, so you can spread stuff up and get prepared stuff. Yeah. Because they like when the breakfast cooks were cooking, then the others were, a couple were getting ready for the
Lunchtime.
Yeah, then we had to, we had to clean the produce and all that, wash the lettuce, and we had to parsley. We had to wash and put in jars and put decoration, and so we already when we prepared, we had a walk-in freezer for the freezer stuff. Then we had a walk-in refrigerator for the refrigerator stuff. We had to check that, like, broccoli and all that stuff. We had to make sure that we had some out there thawed, that we could, because we had a steam table, and you'd cook that up and then put it in the steam table so it'd be ready to, and onions and chopped onions and peel the onions, and yeah, it was a lot of prep work, but not anything that really, they're really hard to do with them pies, Because we did have a bakery at one time, but they had a bakery down at and they had guys doing the bakery.
Mm.
And they made sweet rolls and bread, and they made those pies at one time, and then they got our stuff in too. You just had to bake it, That's what.
They just start from scratch.
You don't have to make anything from scratch. You just had to go in there,
I wondered if they did the pie crust from scratch, but probably not if they brought it in. Well, it's supposed to be, people are wanting to get on the road too, so they can't take too awful long to do.
And then they had different ones doing different stuff, like they had my daughter, I was talking to her last night, and she worked out there. I said, I can't remember you working out there. And said they had this, we had the dining room, and then they had like the snack shop part, where the dining room where you come and sit down and get waitresses, and then you get mostly meals, But in the snack shop, you get quick stuff, like you go through there, you get quick things. So you like hot dogs, hamburgers, and they had a salad. They set it up like a buffet.
Kind of like a cafeteria?
Yeah, that's what it is, like a cafeteria. And you can go through there and get stuff, Just go through the cafeteria and get what you want. And then they cook some stuff too, but time you get to the end, they'd holler, and sometimes they have to bring it out, you know, they'd holler at somebody, the bus girl or boy would get the hamburgers and take it to that table or whatever, wanted to add and got all their order.
What was the most popular thing, food-wise? Do you know?
No, I'm not sure what sold the most. That's what mom was asking me. I said, I can't remember what really sold the most. They used to start grounding it. They started grounding their own meat for one thing too.
And a butcher, they had a butcher there?
Yeah, well they bring it in slabs or whatever, and they grind it up and make hamburgers and cut steaks and all that stuff. And I didn't have no part of that because I didn't know that. I just mostly cooked. And
Were you do mostly the breakfast shift, or did you?
I did both, but I did a lot of prep. Like I said, behind work, I just soon clean the onion, wash it, just get the parsley, clean the celery for the chop up or whatever you're gonna make, and you know.
Would they let you eat some?
Oh yeah, we got to eat.
Could you eat?
Yeah, we got to eat. We get to eat, and we didn't. I don't think we even had to pay. We just got to eat. You know, depending on what chef you want. I mean, you can eat whatever you want to if you go and cook it yourself too. You know, you could back there, but you know.
Yeah.
But not steak, sir. I never eat a steak, but just eat whatever.
Well, was Bonita, the town, happy that they built that or not?
Yeah.
Were they?
They tax-wise, they say, you know, I'm not too much on politics either, but they said, I'll try to give you an suggestion, said, what was I going to say? I'm going to lose my mind. No, I'm not. Yeah, but tax-wise, that there was a big asset, you know,
Okay.
when they annexed it to the city or something like that. I don't know.
What, didn't take business away from the eateries here in town?
Well, yeah, a little bit, yeah. Mom had to close down. Clanton's now, it's been here forever and a day, so it's still here. But they used to have one up on Main Street called Grand Cafe. It closed down. They had, but you know, we wasn't allowed to go uptown too much, so I'm not sure about it, what all they had as far as eating places.
So you were at the Glass House a couple of years, or a little bit longer?
Oh,
Longer than that?
Long time. Like I said, I graduated working at the Glass House. And then I went to REC. I'm not sure how long after that I went. Like I said, I was trying to think. But I stayed there until I retired at 62.
And what's that stand for? Our
Rural Electric Co-op.
Rural Electric, okay.
I think it's called Northeast Rural Electric now. They have got a new name too because they have branched out and they're doing like fiber optic, whatever that is, for computers and internet and all that stuff. They're doing all that stuff.
Mm.
It's
Well,
just not electric now. It's got more than just electric.
getting electricity in Bonita, I think Bonita was one of the first towns in the state to get it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I don't know, I think it was.
yeah. Through public service though, I think, wasn't it?
I think something like that.
Yeah, it's public service.
Well, how would you get to and from work when you worked at the Glass House?
Well, when I worked at the Glass House, my husband's brother-in-law, well, I guess it'd be my brother-in-law, my brother-in-law too, he worked out there in the warehouse. No, I'm back up, I'm backing up, I'm in the wrong place now.
Okay.
But I'd catch a ride. Robert Ramsey was one that would come and pick me up, and I'd ride to work for him. At the Glass House, when I went to REC, I rode with the other guy. So I always got a ride. Because I didn't know how to drive forever. So I was grown before I started learning how to drive. But anyway, so then that's how I get to work. My Aunt Belle would come and get me when we had parties. She'd come and pick me up. And I'd ride with Charles Kirkendall. I just caught a ride. Kick him off way out there.
No.
And I finally learned how to drive so I could put my little self right on out there. Right on to the door.
Well, what were the uniforms like for the waitresses, the ones that were waitresses? Were they the same?
No, they had, boys I can remember, they had yellow uniforms.
Okay.
But the winemaker, yeah, she's probably did some research so she can help you straighten out my mess.
Okay. That's okay. Everybody's story's gonna come together, so
Yeah.
we're fine.
Yeah, so anyway, she could help me out, straighten out the mess, but anyway, they had the different uniforms. They wore yellow ones and we wore white ones.
I've seen a picture where they had linen tablecloth, or looked like linen
Yeah.
tablecloth. Cotton, I guess,
And
maybe.
they
instead.
did set them up, they had a closet back there, we'd have to set up the tables when we had those banquets I was telling you about, huh?
Mhm.
Had linen tablecloths, and then we'd fold the napkins, and they stand up on a certain way, and they make them really pretty.
Yeah. Could you still do it if you
No,
had to?
I couldn't begin. I couldn't even begin. Then I worked in the gift shop down there a little while too. I used to be a relief, you know, and I'd go down there and work and just whatever they wanted me to do, but I didn't know. I didn't really master none of it. They say jack of all trades and master of none. I'd go down there and leave the girls to go to lunch, and because that's when I started learning how to use the cash register, because
Well, your math came in handy a little bit. You probably could do it in your head faster.
kind of, but anyway, I'll do it. But you know, y'all want to make sure the change making part, you know. But now the admin machine or whatever they do, they tell you how much change to give them back now, you know. You ain't got to use your head for nothing. But you have to make the change and count it back. But then, you know.
Well, did anybody famous ever come through that you?
See, I shouldn't think about that, but I can't even remember now.
But someone did.
Yeah, huh?
But some, you recall some did.
Yeah, they come through there now and then. They might say, so-and-so's coming through here, or somebody, you know, they always tell us, you know, how some of the girls would get a piece of a napkin and get an autograph, and I don't.
Well, Will Rogers, I don't guess he was probably already gone by then, but his kids may have come through. I don't know.
I can't remember about that.
There's probably a lot of traffic though, since it was
Both ways.
both ways. Yeah.
Mhm.
People, did you hear comments about the uniqueness of the building?
Yeah, you know, I was talking about it, you know. It was just the archway, I guess, the one that's up there, where is that at? Oh, you see it advertised on TV all the time.
You're talking about the St. Louis?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, you know, I guess it's really, it's taller than that, but you know. But I think you just look, you don't get to go in there, do you? You just look at it or whatever, I don't know.
You
Okay,
can go up, but it's not very big.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
It's scary, huh? Oh, not for me then. I don't like elevators. Because we had one elevator out there, anyway, they put stuff on, we had lots to go down in the back, downstairs to get stuff, you know. And I'd go down there and get my little stuff, put it on that cart, and then I'd push the button, and then I'd walk up the stairs and try to catch it when you got up there to get it off. You know, because they had, you know.
And it had escalators too, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a picture of look like those too.
Yeah, they did. But it's been a long time since I worked at that. I just can't remember what all did, but they did have. I know we had them white uniforms. I had them, and they had yellow uniforms for the waitresses. I call them yellow. And then even the men were white.
Keep it clean. Or were you there when it became a McDonald's? Or had you quit by then?
No. It was it was that when I started working, it's called Howard Johnson's
Okay.
Glass House. And then they changed it to just plain old, ain't that awful. But you know, it was shut down, they shut it down, they remodeled it, and have you ever been out there? You been out there lately?
Not lately.
No, it's different, you know.
We're going to stop on our way back to take a look.
Where you from?
Stillwater.
Oh. Well, anyway, it's, they got some everything, you know, they got a little bitty, we had a big glass gift shop, but then they got a little bitty thing. They just downsize the inside of it. Just normally it's not pretty at all, in my opinion.
Okay.
Not pretty at all. But anyway, then they got the McDonald's, and then they got 2 or 3 McDonald's and what they have out there? 3 different restaurants, 3 different places you can eat.
A Subway, I saw
A
the
Subway,
sign.
McDonald's, a Subway. I want to say Brahms, but I don't know if it's Brahms or not. I've only been out there once, but out there, and then it's kind of plain and bland on the inside. I don't know where you sit to eat, you know, it's just not really. No, it was pretty good before they did all this.
Well, when you worked there, would you go out and also eat there when you weren't working?
Yeah.
Would
we
you?
had a break when we were going to take our break.
No, but when you were off, if you weren't working, if you were at home, would you go back in just to eat?
No,
Like you would go today to a restaurant?
no. At that time, we had to cook at home. You know,
Yeah.
do a lot of cooking at home. But we'd eat out there for our breaks out there, you know. But I'd cook it up with my home. We cooked at home.
Mhm.
Didn't do much eating now. Eat out all the time now. I eat out all the time now. Not all the time, but a lot. I went to Clinton's yesterday. I told a friend of mine, I said, but I don't went to Clinton so much, this food beginning to taste like Clinton's. You know, you eat the same place so much, you just don't have the same taste. You know, you know what it's going to taste like when you get it, you know. You know what it's going to taste like when you get it.
Well, do you think people would come through the turnpike just to stop at the Glass House? I mean, travel from Tulsa or something just to
but,
come
you know,
eat?
But just to come eat,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Most of the time most of the time when I worked out there, most of the time people are traveling, so they had no option. You know, they said we'll stop at they call it the Midway,
Mhm.
and they'd stop there and take a break and they had gas station. They get the gas and they come up and give them something to eat and go on their way.
Families or a lot of families, I would imagine.
Yeah. We had family, and then we had, like you said, I said earlier, we had buses, you know, that come through and stop, you know, football players and stop. And that's when they really would, when you know, you had to be on, you know, you just be busy. But, you know, you get used to it, just like up here, not Bronze, but McDonald's up there, you know, a lot of people come and they go right there on that corner. I did it, the parking space is so limited, you know. So they, you know. And I have seen people talk about going out there even now to eat, you know, just even though it's just.
Just fast food now.
Yeah, everything's fast food, so.
Uh,
But today it was.
And they actually had proms?
Yeah, we had banquets out there, yeah. And, you know, they come out there and eat and have a little problem. And sometimes I think they, you know, they would dance and go have a dance, you know, they dance and just decorate it. I get that said, I mean, in school, in high school, they used to have dances. They'd have dances out there. It just being, and they had a lot of family reunions, you know, because families just get around and talk and visit and eat. Have a little problem, they all do it in the same setting. They have somebody to wait on them, clean up the tables, and you know, and they do the little family get together.
And get homemade rolls, probably.
Yeah, homemade rolls, and yeah.
That'd be the best part, I think.
And they had a special menu that they could order from, and they'd order the stuff in, like they wanted a steak dinner, or if they was going to have prime rib, or any of that kind of stuff, they'd order it in. They'd have a request, and then they would cook it out there.
Well, like, were you there when they had any major snowstorms and travelers would get stranded or something like that? I would think it would be a place people would try to get to if it was bad weather.
Right, yeah, and they stop there, try to, some of them even get off, you know, and just go in the town, go get them a motel, you know, where you could exit a big cabin, you know, exit in those exits and get off to go in to get your room. Out there to the truck stop is where big cabin.
Okay. Well, what prompted you to quit working there?
I got a job offered at REC.
You got a job offer, okay.
They was wanting somebody to do, be a member record keeper. And so I went out there and I applied and Dolores Lee hired me. And I had to start from scratch because I knew nothing about doing any of that kind of work. And so, they did everything by hand, you know, for me to type set up the, you know, I had to set up the accounts, you know, make a folder for them, you know, and put all their paperwork, they connects and disconnects and whatever kind of orders they had to do, you know, they didn't pay their bill, you had to go and turn them off and give a notice, and I did all that, and then when they go out and set new members, I had to type a meter card we had meter cards, because that's what signing would do, and then they give me the cards, and then I put the cards in, I had a drawer, and then when they set that meter, I pulled that card out with that meter number, and typed that person's name on it, and when they were connected, you know, like today, it'd be 8-4. Then if there wasn't, a lot of people had homes on the lake, and they would, you know, out there, and they'd have the electric turned on. They have it there for 30 days, and then they want it turned off, and then they get ready to go, but they're not going to be there for another while, so they have it turned off. So that's what I did put out there, and I liked it. But then they went to computers, and so I went to school to learn how to do just a little bit of computer work, and they paid for me to go. And if I didn't pass the test, I'd have to pay them back, but I passed the test, so I didn't have to pay them back. So then I started doing it on computers, and it was much, much faster, you know. Yes. And you know, then they got a scanner, so I didn't have to. A lot of documents, we just scan them and then throw them in the trash. You know, once you scan them to that account number, and they could go. When people come in to talk to the representatives up front about their service, then they can look on the computer and pull up whatever they need. They can pull up the connect and pull up the disconnect and pull up 24-hour notice and all that stuff. Because we just scanned it on the, I had to scan it. I had to put it in order, you know, like the connects in one order, disconnects in another order, 24-hour notices and just outages and whatever. And you scan them to those categories. And then you just really, so I did that. And so then my health started failing me, so I thought, well, I said, when I turn 62, I'm going to the house. And so when I turned 62, December 15th, well, I'm 78 now, so however many years ago that was.
16, yeah.
I came home. Because you know, like now I still got lots of health issues, you know. Bad my blood pressure now. That's just a start. You don't have to tell all this, but anyway, I'm just yapping now. But anyway,
You're doing fine.
But anyway.
So all that fast order cook was practice for keeping these records. You had to be organized and do things in sequence and stuff.
You know, so I just always wanted to have my own little change. If it wasn't, I'd work all week, and whenever I got it, I was just as happy as I, you know. Because I worked out there, and then I worked at REC for I don't know how long. And if you don't know, some people just not honest and fair with you, you know. And they think it's like if you think you're content, well, who knows you're not, unless you don't tell them, you know. So they came out there, they had a survey out there at REC, and they interviewed everybody in their position. You had to write out the thing, write out what all you did. Anyway, I did that with some help, like you're helping me now. And so then when the lady interviewed me, I got a raise, and I got my title changed in a raise. So I was happy about that, you know, because then I started out there. I had to do. I worked cashier. I had to answer the telephone, and you know, it would be a relief, and I didn't mind.
Well, we should back up. And you said you had 2 children. So you were married at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 2. but I kind of got the cart before the horse. I had my children before I got married. But anyway, I have my daughter. I have to tell that every time I go out there and get her medicine. She's my first child. Then I have a son. Well, I have a boy and a girl. Well, I married my husband, Edith Hicks, when I got kind of pregnant with my son, Wayne. That's his. My son is Wilton's son, obviously, whatever the term is. He didn't divorce court, paternity court, and then my daughter, but she's the only dad she knows, you know, so. Both of them was really his kid, but she still goes by Martin.
Okay.
That was my maiden name.
Okay.
And so out of them, I got my son. He has 6 kids, and my daughter just has 1.
Well,
And he's in the my daughter's son is in the Air Force, and then my son's 6. They hear they're young. They all moved to Clamor, but then they moving back, so I don't know. They go out here, there, yonder. No, not though. So that's Then my husband, he passed. That's when my daughter moved in with me because I was just me and him. Nobody ever me and him, but he did. When he passed, she came over and stayed with me. And so I said, well, she went in. I said, you can move in if you want to, and you don't have to, you know. Everybody got his own life. I'll be all right, you know. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But she thought I'd be, and it was an asset, you know. At the time, you know. But you know, sometimes 2 people in the same house don't work all the time. You know, two grown people. But anyway.
but it gets really quiet if it's just one.
Yeah, it's lonesome.
And she worked at the glass house for a while.
Yeah, but now she works out there. She got kind of like the same job I used to have at REC. She has out there at I call it Eastern State. They got a new name too.
Yeah, I know where you're talking about. Yeah, correctional something.
Yeah,
or whatever.
and that's what she does up there. Works at they don't call them members. I don't know where they call them.
And Benita's been home forever.
Yeah, for home forever.
And it's changed a lot in those years too.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go in the front door to restaurants.
Right. Where I want to go.
Well, did it have a movie theater?
Yeah.
Or does it still?
Yeah.
Does it?
It was the same way then. We had to sit one place and another, but you can go anywhere there. It's the same build, same place. It shut down for a while, but now it's reopened again.
Well, do you keep in touch with some of your coworkers from the glass house days?
Well, no. Daily?
No,
no.
just from once in a
I
while.
run into me. Place to go to run into folks is to Walmart. That's where they at.
That's true.
So I run Ethel Bohannon. I run into her quite a bit. And then LaBon, now she's a go-getter. I run into her sometime I see her. And I said, oh Lord, here comes LaBon. Because she loves to talk. And we have good business too, you know.
Good.
And then she has a thing on I don't know how to do it, but they have a prayer chain on the thing, and she started that, you know. People that stand in the need of prayer, and they have that in this on there. And she got that started, and she's a big church worker. I mean, I'll say a Christian.
Well, it seems like Bonita's a pretty tight-knit town now, or at least it seems that way.
Yeah, you find, you know, it's where we go, you know, you find in your own race some don't like it, so you're going to find so many other races that don't like it. But they've been, in the paper, they've been talking about unity, and that's what we need, you know, unity. Don't go, even with the leaders, they're getting off, you know, Trump and, I know, you know, so I don't know. I said, Lord, you just leave it, you know.
Yeah.
He says something, but he can't make up his mind from one day to the next.
No.
So I don't know where he's headed, but anyway, that's him and whoever. Because some people go, it's real, so some people just go Republican And Democrat, they don't care who it is and what their qualification is. If they're Republican, that's what they're gonna vote for. Some people are Democrat and they don't care who it is and what they stand for, they're gonna vote for them. They vote for that denomination. But not denomination, but whatever it is.
The party,
Democrat.
the political
party.
party.
The party, there you go, the parties. They don't care who's running, they just vote for him. So that's where the story goes.
It is. Has it been a pretty good life for the most part?
Yeah.
For the most part?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to, like I said, I was telling somebody, I said, you know when I leave here, you know where I'm going, to Fairview. I don't want to go, I mean, I don't want to leave Anita. You know, I couldn't adjust. The traffic be too much for me. Everything, I couldn't deal with it.
Well, and it all started with Annabell Southern getting you on the right track with
Yeah, right.
working.
You know, when I started, I don't know how I started working, doing cleaning house, but I got, somebody probably asked, you know, go up, you know.
Well, actually, I should back up. It probably started with your mother keeping you in line with saying you do your home.
Yeah.
You do what needs to be done first.
And then I'd go to work. I
Yeah.
started cleaning the house, doing the best I could. I mean, you know, I'd sweep and mop and dust and iron.
Well, and do you cook for yourself today?
Yeah, when I
You
take
do?
a notion, I don't have to cook now. You know, yeah, I do. I cook.
You cook. Do you have a specialty that your kids and grandkids like? Ask for?
They like me to make sweets. I love to make. I'm a pie maker.
Okay.
And so they like for me to make. I got this chocolate sheet cake I make. They just love that, and they just can't get enough. They eat too much sugar, so I don't. And I make peach cobblers all the time. A lot, not all the time. I got this Amish bread I make. Yeah, I just, you know. But then that's the sweet part of the thing. But I love to cook a pot of beans. I'll cook some cabbage. I'll cook some greens. I'll cook some. I got this okra pot I fixed with okra and potatoes and
That sounds good.
tomatoes and a little bit of hot pepper and mix that up. Make a pan of corn, but I make cornbread with Jiffy though. But anyway.
That's cheap.
Yeah. And my sister, I always say, I cannot make, I've tried so many recipes on trying to make dumplings, and I cannot make dumplings for nothing. But anyway, so.
Well, do you make your own pie crust, or do you get
Yeah, I do.
the frozen?
I make my own pie crust.
Do you put vinegar in it?
Sometimes I do, but I usually just, I got this recipe out, it's called 2 cups of flour, a cup of shortening, and a half a cup of water, and a teaspoon of salt. Well, you know you do the shortening and the flour till it gets like piece of crumbly. Yeah, you half a cup of water, and there you go.
I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I'm not good at pie crust. Someone said use vinegar, and it just
Yeah, but
put too much, I think.
Well, you don't put it, I don't put it, sometimes I do, it does make a little bit of
Yeah.
flakier, you know. But I just, sometimes if I got some honey, I just pour a little bit in my half a cup of water. You know, my little
Just
bit.
a drop or two or something?
Yeah, in my half a cup of water, and then
Does the water have to be cold?
cold, cold water.
Cold.
Yeah, but you know, it's just a trick to making pie crust.
It is.
I mean, sometimes you get, it is a trick. I like to make cobblers, and that's when you know, if you don't get it in that pan good, then you put your filling in there, and then it leaks out in the bottom and burns the crust. And but anyway, I like cobblers because I like juice in it, I guess you say, in my pie.
What was your favorite pie? What do you do for your pie filling? Peach? Do peach pie?
Peach.
Or peach cobbler, I know, but peach.
Peaches.
Peach.
And I buy the peaches that has either light syrup, because I put some more sugar in mine and nutmeg and cinnamon.
Okay.
But then I like to slice my peaches. I buy the can, you know, fresh peaches is another chore. They good. Fresh peaches are really good. But usually I buy the canned peaches, and then I put them in a bowl, and then I slice them again, so they won't be so thick. I don't like big old bites of peaches in my. I like crust and juice, and ice cream on top of it.
Well, could you do the Mile High lemon pie now?
No, we had a recipe for that, and I can't remember. But we had to put it. You had to beat it and beat. Now, it's a trick to that too.
To get the consistency
Yeah,
right.
and then you don't want to overbeat it, and you sure don't want to underbeat it. Because if you overbeat it, it's got a lot of sugar in it, and if you underbeat it, kind of little white. You know how to
Crystallizes or what?
Yes,
Yeah.
it comes up on it when it gets cold.
Yeah.
That does the same thing when you make pies at home. You know, that's why I like to make a collar, but I make a vanilla cream pie sometimes too. But sometimes I can't get that egg white to do right for it. You underbeat it, overbeat it. I think, boy, I ain't gonna beat this long this time. I think it looks so good and it'll be all fluffed up and I get it. And then when it gets cool, them little crystal things start coming out on top of it. But it don't last long at my house.
Yeah.
But usually I make peach cobbler and blackberry. Oh, wow. I finally got that down. But you got a lot of sugar in blackberries.
You do cobbler?
Yeah, I like cobblers. My sister makes pie, but I like cobblers.
So you use kind of your biscuit dough to make your cobbler?
I make that same old crust
Oh,
that I
same
use.
with- Put it on top and bottom. I'll try your recipe.
But it does good. You just don't want to get it, you know. The working part is when you put the shortening and the flour in there. That's when you do all the working. And when you add your water, you don't have to do all that working. You just got to get it mixed up really good, and then you divide it up, you know. And then you knead it on the flour and roll it out.
All right. I'm going to try again. I was disappointed in my first one because of the vinegar, but this one I'll
But yeah, but a little
I'll
bit of
try.
vinegar, you know, it don't.
Doesn't take much, evidently.
No, you don't want to make it too taste like vinegar. Oh yeah.
Smell the house like
Oh
vinegar.
yeah, that is too much vinegar. But I've had, because I got a box full of recipe books. I'm always trying to find something new to make it. Then I make it, and then I don't like it, but then I just keep the book. I go to garage sales and I buy a lot of people sell books packed with recipes, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to buying recipe books and
Goes back to being a cook at Glass House then.
So I do that. Nothing. I'm not too good at making bread either.
I think there's a trick to that too.
Not make bread too good. I have tried, and it just don't come out all that good at times.
Have some more in there. I think we've covered a lot. Is there anything else you want to add before we close? No?
I can't think. I told you my life history. I don't know about my working history, but anyway.
You were great. I will say thank you for talking with me today.